Hi, this is Monty with another one of my can-do moments. I've had a lot of requests about the pass-through I've made for my RV, for my travel trailer that I pass electric cords through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I made it. Now, I'm not going to install another one in my RV. This piece of plywood right here is going to represent the bottom of the storage area in the RV. And this is not the same size diameter as the one in the RV, and you'll pick the diameter that works best for you. But I'm just using some leftover stuff from working around the house, and you'll make it the size you want, but I'll show you how I did it. Now this is 1.5 inch PVC pipe. You want the hole in the bottom of the storage area of your RV to be a tight fit. So the outside diameter in this is a little more than 2 inches, and I have a 1 3/4 inch hole saw. So I'm going to make a hole. Like that. That's going to be too small. But one thing you want to watch out for when you're doing this, if you have any structure underneath or inside there, like the framework, you want to make sure you miss it. You may have to use a stud finder. You may also want to make sure, if you have an insulated floor and you've got a double layer there, that you pull the plug out before you go all the way through, and make sure you don't have any wires in there that are going to be cut. That'd be terrible. So in this case, it's just a single layer, and you'll see that that's too big to go through the hole. So what I'm going to do is grind the rest of it out, but I want a good snug fit. That's pretty close. Now it's a slip joint. I'm going to put this on, and it's going to be, I'm going to use it on top and on bottom to lock the pipe in place. But it's kind of hard to cut like this, so I'm going to attach it halfway on, use the pipe to help hold it, and then cut it in half. We're getting ready to attach this sleeve to the pipe. And I'm going to use the pipe then to hold it to make it easier for me to cut. So, see which one's the straightest cut. Looks good. And I need to go about halfway. It's going to be about right there. Whoop, almost forgot. Got to put it on the pipe too. So I just use regular PVC primer and cement. As far as I want to go right there. We'll use this again here later on. It'll be a little while before we use it again. Now that stuff sets up pretty fast. Now I'm ready to cut this sleeve in half. I'm just going to use what I have. It's a saw here. See, it looks pretty good. I want to make sure that you sand that edge so there's no possible sharp little burrs that might snag your hose or your electric line, whatever you put through there. Do the same thing with this. First thing you'll have to do before you work with, I've got a lot of pipe here. You need to determine how long it's going to be. It's probably going to be about 5-6 inches at most. But I'm going to cut this off at about 10 inches. So I'm working with a smaller, easier to work with pipe. And, but I don't want to cut it too short. You cut it too short, you're going to end up having to start all over again. That's a PVC pipe cutter right there. Certainly better than using some kind of little saw. So to give you a quick overview of what's going to happen here now is this is going to go up through the bottom. This is going to be used to lock it in place. And that's where it's going to be. We're going to put the cap on probably about that high. So the truth is, we're only going to need it to be cut off about there. But you have to determine here, based on how thick your material, your bottom of your trailer is, or RV, where that's going to be, where this cap's going to be. It looks like about right there. I like that a little better. Cut this off now. Next, we're going to have to determine where the slots are going to be and how deep the slots are going to go. But with this cap, maximum they can go is to that mark right there. You go lower than that, you're not going to cover the hole at the bottom of the slot. The cord that you're going to use, lay it up there. Get an idea how wide it's going to be and how far down you're going to go. Probably about like that. Like that. This is going to have to come down a little bit lower. About like that. Now that'll give us a starting point. Once we've got two of them made, cut, we'll then compare, put it on, see how it works, and then fine tune it from there. Okay, we're ready to cut the slot in the pipe. Kind of using my workbench here to hold it. This is going to be tough.
You're about to knock over some things. You probably should have moved that.
Well, this thing's not going straight on me, but that's fairly good. Now this is going to be the tough one to do right here. So I had to find a better way to tie that in there, clamp it down so it won't move. It's going to be our hole right there. want to make sure that you get these burrs and stuff off of there. You don't want to damage anything's passing through there. Okay, now we're getting ready to put this in the floor of the RV. Now, when we do this, hang on a second, cut. Okay, now we're going to insert this permanently in the floor of the RV. It's going to go like that. Lock ring is going to go on it like that. So what we're going to have to do, apply some primer and cement to those parts. It's very important here not to apply any cement to the inside of this ring. If you do, you may not get it all the way down on there. This thing might seize up on you right here, and then this will just flop around in there like this. You don't want that. So we'll apply the primer to both parts, cement only to the pipe. About where it's going to go, something like that. I'll put that up through there first. I see I didn't put the primer in quite the right place. We'll do this again. Okay, something I almost forgot. We want to put a caulk around this before you insert it. That'll help make sure that it stays watertight. You don't get water seepage in there. It gets into the bottom of your storage area and will start to cause rot and mold and stuff like that. All right, so I'm using the caulk that I just happen to have around the house. This may not be the best for this, and you'll have to determine that yourself based on the materials that your RV is made out of. But I'm going to put a fair amount of this on there. Insert this. Like that. Put the cement on. And when you're doing this, you're going to want to probably put something on the outside, on the underneath of this pipe to hold it solidly and firmly against the bottom of the RV. You may not be able to do this without maybe putting a board under there or something like that. I'll run this down on there, hold that there until the cement sets up. Then on the underside, you're going to have to crawl underneath the RV and fair that caulk out. Make sure there's no holes, voids, or anything that moisture can get into. It'll look like that when you're done. Okay, so this has been installed. I've waited for the ring to set up. It didn't set as fast as normal because I did not apply the cement to both parts. I'm going to stick a wire in there. Like so. And that's how it works. Now you're going to have different sized wires. You're going to want the slot to be the biggest, so that will accommodate the largest wire, but not too big. And what you can do with the smaller wires then that you install, you can put tape around them so that they fit snugly, like that. And nothing can get in. No bugs, no rodents. It's tight, weatherproof. Well, I wouldn't say weatherproof, but at least weather resistant. Now, I like to make sure that the cap stays on. So I will get the parts and install those, show you what I do to keep it locked down. I bought some hooks for this purpose, but these are the smallest I could get that I wanted. but you can probably get smaller ones online. I don't want to put them in with a screw into here, maybe crack that ring, or have the screw protrude through the inside where the point of the screw will damage the cord or hoses that you run through there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock it down, put 3 of them on and lock them down with this hose clamp. Something like that. Now when I put the hose or electric cord through there, like so, I can put bungees over these 3 across the top, hold that in place. So if any rodents crawl up there and start bouncing around, knocking on things, stuff like this thing's not going to pop off and allow them in. And when I'm driving, I don't want this to come off because I don't know what wind turbulence is happening underneath the RV. And if it's raining, you certainly don't want this to pop off and you get a lot of water inside your storage area. So I use bungees between these 3 to clamp this down. Go ahead and show you what I do. I'm going to substitute a rubber band in place of bungees, but I prefer using a bungee. Something like that. That'll hold it on there, and you're not going to get anything inside. You can make 1 slot. You can make 2 slots like I have, because I have one that's I have permanently set up with my alternator charger. But if you're not using it, you just twist the cap like that, put it on, put your bungees over the hooks, and you're ready to go. That's it.